Today, I'm walking you through one of the coolest niche features of HighLevel, which is the ability to use a desk phone with your number inside of HighLevel. So you can get call transcriptions, you can trigger automations and track all of your contacts through the HighLevel CRM while using a desk phone. So this is great if you have agency clients or if even you yourself use a desk phone in your home office or corporate office, because now you can use all of the great functionality of HighLevel with that desk phone and using your phone number right within HighLevel. This is awesome. So let's talk about setting this up in HighLevel. Now to get started, we're going to go to our sub account, then go to phone numbers, and then we can navigate over to see our phone numbers here and then go to advanced settings. This is where we are going to navigate to VoIP desk phone or SIP. These are just a bunch of different types of desk phones, but make sure whenever you're buying your desk phone or if you're trying to connect this to a desk phone, it needs to be a VoIP or an SIP desk phone. If you haven't purchased your desk phone yet and you're going to be doing this with a new desk phone, you can navigate to the help doc and scroll down. We have a list of popular models right here, such as the Grandstream GXP. We have a list of popular models here. I have one of those here with me, and we're going to be setting that up today. So the first thing we're going to do is click Get Started, which will navigate us over to the Setup SIP configuration. So this is first going to set up our SIP domain / endpoint. It's going to suggest the location name of your business. So it'll probably look something like this, .sip.ashburn.twilio.com. Keep in mind, this can only be set once, but it doesn't really matter. Just your location name is going to be fine. Then we're going to create an extension or a username here. Our extensions, that's really the big benefit of using a desk phone, is because we can navigate with extensions. So we can make our extension at least 3 to 5 digits long, or we can do a name. To make this really simple, we're just going to make an extension of, let's say, 501. Then we can enter in a password. We do need to save this, so use one either that you remember or type one in, copy and paste it into a notes or a document. That way you can save it for later. Okay, once we've got our password in there, we can then assign this to a user. This is whoever's going to be using this desk phone primarily. And if you have an admin, you can do something like that. Just make sure the user is already in the sub account. We've got myself selected, and then we're going to click save. Now at this point, you can either keep going, or we would recommend going to your staff settings and making sure that that user you selected has desk phone enabled. Now this should happen automatically for your forwarding. So this one already happened for my user. It forwards calls to our desk phone. You can also change settings here for default channel for ring all, for desk phone for both of these as well. So just make sure you configure those before moving on. So back under our advanced settings for our VoIP desk phone, it will save your settings so you can keep going through this setup process. But after you've set up your SIP and you've already created a user, and you can manage your users here, then you can actually test your calls. Now, this is the part where we need to set up our actual desk phone. And this is going to vary depending on specifically the company that you bought your desk phone through. Each one has a different onboarding process. And typically they will include some sort of instructions that look something like this. You can go through the process where they will walk you through exactly how to get set up using their device. Typically it involves plugging in the device, then setting up your end user points and adding your IP address. And we're going to go through a couple of those steps right now. Your VoIP phone should include at least a handset. You'll also have an Ethernet cord, so you can plug this into your LAN at your office or at your home, wherever you're using this. You also have standard things like a connection cord to connect the handset to the device, and of course a power cord for the actual hub itself. Within HighLevel, you do have the ability to manage your devices here. This is where you can add on new end users and new devices. This is the information that you're just going to use to connect to your desk phone. Again, we'll be using that extension and the password to connect it to our desk phone. So what we did was we took our user and password that we just created earlier, we put it into our desk phone and our handset. And then once it's all set up, you can test calls, you can receive calls from your phone number right within HighLevel, which is so cool because it means that you can now take back your work-life balance and only take calls when you're at your place of work. In all seriousness, this has a ton of use cases, especially if you're working with corporate clients, agency clients, people that have home offices and use desk phones like this. Regardless, it's super cool. The setup on HighLevel is pretty straightforward, so just go through the help doc if you have any other questions. Be sure to follow the manufacturer's guidelines when it comes to setting up your phone. Make sure you buy one that is an SIP or VoIP VoIP phone. in order for it to work with HighLevel. This obviously won't work with every type of landline. This obviously won't work with every type of voice phone, but the ones that are SIP and VoIP phones will work great to use a desk phone with HighLevel. I think this is super cool. It has tons of really cool use cases. As always, if you have any questions, leave a comment, refer to the help talk. And as always, this has been Andrew, and thank you for watching.